Okay, so we're taking a look at a couple of items that we use as coaches when we're working with players. We've just had the Christmas break and just finished the New Year celebrations. So with my players, I'm treating the 6 weeks forthcoming as like the pre-season training. So it'll be mid-season, pre-season almost. I've just made that up. So one of the things that I've started using with the players is the escape belt. The escape belt is quite a simple item in terms of the idea of it. You attach one section to the front of a player, and that player works with a partner. So the partner who's standing just behind them has the other part of the belt attached to them. The idea is to escape. You can use it for speed training, you can also use it for shadow play. So the idea is that the front part is hooked on to the waist area. So it's hooked onto the player's waist. The player in front has it hooked on and it's sort of dangling around at the back. The player behind is the player who's going to be trying to chase the player in front. So this section here is attached to the player's waist who is standing at the back. Player in front, if we're using it for speed training, which I was using it for speed training, player in front has to try to escape from the player behind. Now, it's about keeping up. It's not about dragging them around the place. So you've got to make sure that the players understand the physical risk if they're going to muck around and not take it seriously. They've got to make sure that they are working for speed as opposed to let me try and drag my teammate all over the field. So my boys, I used this with U16 boys, and I also used it with elite players aged 18 to 25. So boys aged 18 to 25 who play at elite level, and boys aged 15, so under 16s who play at grassroots level. Massive difference in playing ability or expectation of playing ability, but they performed really well. They understood the safety aspect. They understood the determination that they needed to catch up and to get away from the partner behind. One thing which was quite tricky was there were times when the Velcro in front just detached itself. So that's something to really keep an eye on. Now, I did take a look at how the players were applying the belt. They're applying it fine, you know, but there's an element here which you've got to use the Velcro just to secure it in front. And there were times when their efforts exceeded the strength of the Velcro. So we managed that by just being mindful of how we applied it, but I think that is possibly a weakness in the design. There might be stronger belts on the market, I don't know, but that's the only error, that's the only issue that we found. There's a Velcro sometimes just popped off. So just giving the players advice about how to apply that. But generally, it's a good bit of kit. It's good. They enjoyed working with it. The speed element, they did get that. So they worked to their optimum over, I'd say, maybe 15 metres. They worked to their optimum with this in a straight line. And they walk on the way back, so that's their rest period. And then they swap around, and the partner who was behind now becomes a partner in front. Readjust the belt, and work to their optimum again. It's good to watch. It looked good. And I think the players appreciated having the resistance, having that test, you know, and competing against each other as well. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this. Just be mindful of the Velcro. All you need to do, I think, there is just to make sure the player's applying it correctly in terms of just how firm it's applied. You know, make sure it doesn't look like that. It needs to look like Needs to look like that. But yes, good bit of kit.